Flashback.
Tommy, 2 beers with a unanimous win in our last night's highlight of the night. Nobody does it like him.
The lane opens
Yes.
here. He's past the 30.
I did it to you.
Room to run at the
You're
50.
on the kill streak.
Still going inside the 30. And they are not
Tommy,
going
2 beers electrifying return. Nobody does it better. He probably does it at a rate of easily 6-1 to the second best kick returner in the league. Now, 32 guys working their tails off to bring you the very finest Madden action. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Let's head right to all your Week 8 action. Joey taking on the Lions. Big NFC North matchup in here. Down 7-0 to the Packers in Grand Marquis when he finds his man. And what a move, jumping to the outside. Gets in, and at that point, that would tie it at 7 late in the half. 14-10 Lions when it's going to be Baker Mayfield dropping back to pass, looking to his right. Perfectly splitting the seams off to the races, and that's going to make it 17-14 for the Packers. Down 3, end of the third quarter. Going to be Thomas Rogers rolling to his right, looking over top. Grand users just not quite fast enough to get there. Dancing into the end zone, and fast forward 24-21, 30 seconds to go. Chooses to go for it on a 4th and 8 when he could tie the ball game, and finds his man over the middle. Oh my goodness, and that is going to do it. Big win for Detroit, finally slaying the king one time of the NFC North. Joey picking up the huge 28-24 win in Green Bay. Another NFC North battle here. We have the Bears and the Vikings locked at 7 when it's going to be a handoff to Dalvin Cook. And simple lines, but I like this little cutback. Whoop! Perfect timing. You're just not going to catch him now. Into the end zone he goes, and that was going to make it 14-7 for the Vikings. Is it going to be a touchdown? Is it going to be a fumble? Is it going to be a strip with a return by the Vikings to make it 28-14? Absolutely not. Finding his blockers, finding his way, parting the Red Sea and off to the races. We're looking at a 21-all ball game. Down 7, needing a score, and let's go test his user. Somebody was biting down a little bit, but that was just a horrible read. But what a tackle. Brett O'Neill getting outside, squaring up the shoulders, making the stop. He gets a lot of practice at tackling people after interceptions, and he's getting very, very good at it. 35-21 your final for the Bears in Minnesota. Gonna be Tyree Jackson going play action, looking over the top. Playmakers, his man up the field, and just a gorgeous dot now here. Look at him set up the block, and into the end zone he goes. Great touchdown for Snap Crackle. Now up 14-7 here. Tyree Jackson looking to add to the damage before the half, and like so many times we see when you're looking to add damage late in a half where you kind of have to rush things, it doesn't always end well, and it's going to be the Ravens secondary making the interception, bringing it deep down the field with 33 seconds to go. And when we fast forward, here we are, it's 28-27. Why? Because of that run into the end zone that just would have tied it up with an extra point. He's going for it all. Matt Cole and his Ravens not playing for overtime, unable to get to the screen early enough. So with 15 seconds left to go, the Rams have pulled themselves into field goal range, and obviously probably wanting to send some heat on this 3rd and inches and push them back. They send 4, they get pressure, they knock it down, but if you look behind the line of scrimmage, Isaiah Simmons all over the Rams wide receiver, well down the field beyond 5 yards, and the refs throw the penalty flag. That would lead to this. 29-28, 1-point game. Ices the kicker. Needs it. Absolutely needs it. So, I guess there was a patch where they fixed the icing the kicker with more than 10 seconds left. And it's going to be a huge win for the NFC's LA Rams in this one. To Arrowhead we go. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, and Connor's gonna find his way up the left-hand side, finds his blockers. Tyreek engaging on two separate blocks there. Who knew he was such a stud in the run game? Now here, bowling his way to the end zone. King J-Lou's halfback gets in. It's 34-14 at this point. Late in the ball game, looking to the end zone. Is gonna be a user lurk by King J-Lou to seal it. Again, big day for Miami in Miami versus Connor, and the Chiefs make the final 34-14 in this one. Off to New Orleans we go, and it's going to be King X21 quickly up the gap with Antonio Leak after shipping off Alvin Kamara. Does he miss him? I guess not. And it's a big day for King X21, getting a 35-20 win over the San Francisco 49ers at home in New Orleans. Port City Baller taking on Starboy and his Jets. It's going to be Saquon Barkley delivering a dot over the right side. Incredible job by Starboy on that one. And later on in the game, Barkley unable to hang on. The Cowboys are going to scoop, and the big man able to run past Trevor Lawrence, and nobody's going to catch him. Appreciate the effort by 71, who ultimately gets gassed. And that would do it though. From New York, it's Starboy and the Jets having an incredible day, getting the win at home. Off to Philadelphia we go. Tommy Two Beers, the human highlight reel, taking on the Cards. Sent the pressure that just didn't quite get there, and a great job by Bay. How did he get through that tackle? He'd get all the way to the end zone, and it would be a 7-0 lead for the Eagles at this point. Now here, it's going to be Lamar Jackson in the gun. He's going to be surveying the field, rolls a little bit to his nowhere. He goes over the middle. He had no room to escape the pocket left or right, and throws to 33. And if anything in this life, what I've learned is you just don't throw at number 33. Man makes interceptions left, right, and center. Now here, Lamar one more time, drop back to pass. He goes play action. This time he does roll to his right, and never a good idea, but this time, across the body, throws to his left, and that would get him way down the field. Now, playing with you is playing some great ball. Unbelievable job all season long, and today no different, able to find a way to win at home in Philadelphia. Looking at the clips lately, Zona makes it look so easy. One guy, little shove, straight line, Eckler, up the field, no song and dance. Actually, that's a pretty nice move. That's pretty tight at the end, but it was not tight at the end of the ball game. Make the final 50-20, Zona and the Chargers, big win at home. Now, if you were playing Sports Select in Madden today, if you were picking the home squad, you're doing well, except in this one. 17-7 for Houston in the third quarter, but don't give up hope. After that big run, they didn't stop, and with 3 seconds left, can the home side do it one more time? He is iced. It's coming down. Did he click at the right time? Might have been a little offsides that would have given him a second shot either way. Decline that penalty, big fella. 4-1-2. Keeping the home streak alive for the Sports Select selections. And that's a big win for the Jags. Here we have the Bengals. They're going to be down 7 late in the ball game. Goes to Pitts on the long sweep to the sideline, and nobody able to catch the big tight end. And I wish we could have seen how that one finished. That's a one-score game where we would love to see the other highlights that would have put it in place. I pray that I didn't miss something in there, but definitely want that last highlight to see how the game ultimately wrapped up. Now here, Mahomes hitting Akers on the quick crosser. Not very many linebackers are going to be able to keep up with him, and the secondary unable to catch up, and that would get the Patriots ahead at that point. But ultimately, it's Buffalo going into New England, picking up the win. A big road victory for the Bills. Here we had some good audio from JJ. Unfortunately, it comes in so softly that even when I put it to 400%, you can't pick it up, but neither can Scotty Miller pick up a block. However, JJ spinning his way to the end zone, that would get him in, and up 24-14 with 29 seconds to go, second and inches. Now, one clip and then two when you win and it's tight. Every once in a while, I'm just thinking, damn, maybe I should take 8 hours editing these clips because I'd love to know exactly how we got to this. It's 24-20, 5 seconds on the clock, needs a touchdown, sends his halfback in motion. Game on the line. This is a huge outcome in the NFC. It's going to be mic drops, needing a dot, and absolutely delivers. Unbelievable job by the Washington football team. Trying to see it. They're just a tidy ball game. 1 turnover each, about the same in yards, like a little bit more for Washington, but unbelievable job. Make the final 27-24 for mic drops and his Washington football team. Some crazy wins and upsets around the league. Let's head to our top performers in our Players of the Week. The NFC Offensive Player of the Week, it's going to be wide receiver Beal from Snap Crackles Rams. 11 receptions, 264 receiving yards with 3 receiving touchdowns. NFC Defensive Player of the Week, it's going to be the cornerback Reed from Conrad's Bears. 5 tackles, 1 interception, a forced fumble, and a touchdown on the day. Meanwhile, over in the AFC, from Ustoppable, it's going to be the quarterback Jones of the Titans. 29 of 44 for 465 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns on the day. AFC Defensive Player of the Week, it's going to be Starboys Ashton Davis. 3 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns for the Jets free safety. It's that time. Let's check out the plays from Washington, Chicago, and Detroit, our 3 nominees for Highlight of the Night. In Washington, it's the football team in mic drops, making an improbable comeback. 5 seconds left to go, needs the dot, and he's got it. Big home win. Now here it's Conrad and the Bears looking for a seam up the middle, finds it, and he'll go all the way for the big score. At that point, it would tie the ball game. Unbelievable job by Joey all day, taking on the king of the North, Grand Marquis. One of his great scores for the win in Green Bay. 3 incredible nominees to choose from. Make sure to leave your vote in the comments section below. For our question of the day, Daily Advanced Madden is known for their ridiculous breakneck speeds on drafts. We literally go 7 rounds, 256 picks in less than a half hour, typically. Now, who would be interested in joining a Zoom call during the draft that's going to happen? Our next one is Sunday, March 7th. We'd be able to chat about our picks as we go, maybe give people nudges when it's their turn coming up if they tend to fall asleep so they can get all their participation points. Let me know in the comments section below who would like to participate or watch a Zoom call during the draft. Well, that wraps up our look at Week 8. Again, congratulations to the Lions and the Rams, pulling off some huge wins in their Week 8 matchups. And for everybody at Daily Advanced Maddens, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow with Week 9. And in a league that is beyond active, it's the Steelers and the Colts not getting their game in. Great guys, but life not be conducive to a Daily Advanced Madden league.